There's a lot of Boris on, isn't there, in the papers?
There's loads of Boris.
Boris.
Everywhere.
I mean, we like... we do like Boris, of course.
Oh, of course we do.
He's very funny, isn't he?
He's terribly funny.
Very funny.
We used to have a budgerigar called Boris.
We did.
And he was just like him, you know. He had a little tuft of yellow hair, didn't he? Little yellow budgerigar Boris.
He was very funny too. Fluttered around.
Yeah,
We used to let him out of the cage, didn't
yes,
we?
we did.
And I suppose in some ways, you know, that's something that they're a bit worried about at the moment, isn't it? The people who are his team, they're worried about letting Boris out of the cage. In case he says something.
In case he makes a mess all over the place.
He makes a mess. That's right. And you know,
and he probably will make a mess, but who knows?
But you see, the thing he will. But that's why I have to say that's why we like Boris because he's funny. He's funny.
And he went to the right school.
Anyway, yes,
he had a lovely education. He went to the right school. He went to Eton, and then wasn't it Balliol? He went
Balliol, of course.
Balliol,
Yes, Balliol, Oxford.
So,
yes.
You know, and you know, it's like we always say. You know, people who think they know better out there in the general public, you know, they think they know better, and they may have common sense, but common sense in politics just doesn't seem to go, does it? At the end of the day, it's about education and where you went to school. Who needs common sense? It's much more fun.
I think it's overvalued common sense.
Yeah.
You hear people on the radio and television talk about this person went to Eton and Harrow and didn't they don't have much common sense. But you know, exactly as you say, it's far more important to have a really good education.
Yeah. And they make us laugh, don't they? That's the thing. They have the confidence and they make us laugh. They're characters. And characters is what we like.
That's what we need.
It's what the general public need.
We
good
love
characters,
isn't it?
And he is, isn't he?
He's a marvelous.
He was at he was in the Bullingdon. You were in the Bullingdon.
He was in the Bullingdon Club, yes. Not
James was in that.
I was in the Bullingdon Club, but not in his year. I was slightly before him.
You were so naughty. We met when he was in the Bullingdon Club, and the antics you used to get up to.
We had some jolly japes. We had some slightly naughty times.
Naughty is an understatement, darling. They were outrageous. But it was fun.
It was a lot of fun, and completely people misunderstand, and I think they misunderstand about Boris, and that's why in the paper that you get these comments about his philandering ways and stuff, because he's obviously been married a couple of times and mistresses and stuff. But you see, but I think people misunderstand that that's all part of his dynamism, isn't it? It's part of his kind of.
Again, it comes back to character, doesn't it? It's
all
part of who he is and his character,
right.
and mistresses. I mean, that's just just don't. It's just something that happens.
It happens,
darling. I mean,
yes.
I was your mistress for a while.
I
mean, he wasn't married at the time, but you were engaged.
I was engaged, yes.
And but there was no fuss made about it.
No.
But this, I mean, the girl he's with now is terribly young, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
I mean, that's a little bit concerning. She is very young, and perhaps that's why his hair's a little bit shorter. Because I did like him with his floppy, silly.
Funny, it was funny. It was more like a budgerigar, wasn't it?
Yes, because he used to, he'd say something, it would all sort of flop around his face. I know. It's just so funny.
I know, and that's and that's what you'd like to see. I mean, what would be fun would be like when he becomes, which of course he will, the Prime Minister. I love you can imagine him when there's some emergency or something, and he has to walk out from number 10 to the little lectern thing. And you can imagine him going out there, and I don't know what it is. I mean, the Russians might have...
tripping up.
And tripping up, and his little hair would go like that. And he would laugh at himself.
Yes,
he would laugh at himself,
and
we'll laugh with him, and we'll think that's really funny. And it will be funny. And that's what he's got. He's got a je ne sais quoi, a certain sort of, essential...
Well, he certainly makes everybody talk, doesn't he? I mean, we're sitting here talking about him, and that's what you want, is somebody with that character who people will talk about and they will listen to, because he does have the confidence, doesn't he? And I think that's what the education does.
That's what education does.
It does give them a certain confidence. And he could tell you anything, and it could be complete and utter nonsense, but you would believe it because he says it with conviction and confidence.
Yes.
And that's what we need.
We need that conviction.
Yes.
And it's like, I mean, to contrast him, of course, with poor old Teresa.
Oh, poor Teresa.
Oh, I know, don't
Poor Teresa. I mean, dear, I did feel terribly sorry for her. I really did feel sorry for her. It's not a nice thing.
Not a nice thing to do. But I think the point being point being is that she didn't have the confidence. And we've talked about this before. And it's because of education. Because I'm not sure if you realise or you know, but Teresa, of course, went to a state primary school.
Did she really?
We've spoken about this. Yes,
was that
state
Teresa?
primary school, yes. Primary school.
Gosh,
and
good Lord.
then she followed it up with a state comprehensive school.
Good. Well, no wonder she can't dance. I mean,
Well,
she wouldn't have been taught anything like
No,
that.
no, she wouldn't be dance or acting
well, that
or drama.
makes sense now. That absolutely makes sense.
Doesn't it?
Now,
And she just, I mean, she obviously managed to somehow stumble her way into St Hugh's College at Oxford, but I don't quite.
I mean, she wouldn't have known anybody to get in. I mean, her parents wouldn't have known the right people for her to get in, would they? So she must have passed some exam.
Yeah, she must have got in.
Scraped her way through.
I suppose on her own merit. I suppose she must have.
Well, yes. Well, that's jolly good.
That's novel
Yes.
for Oxford. Merit. Yes.
You're
but
so funny.
I know. Well, sometimes, when you're in a flow. Sometimes when I'm in the flow, I see she loves it. Jacinda loves it, don't
Well,
you?
you do make me laugh, darling.
No, no. Well, that's of course when we met. You remember, and I was.
You were covered in flour, weren't you?
I was. I
flour.
was, because we've been doing some Jolly Jape stuff with the Buddington Club, and we all had flour on us.
Yes, I don't know what on earth you were doing. You were all completely drunk.
We were very, very
totally drunk and covered in flour.
And
you had all girls on your knees.
We did.
All
We did. And they were laughing, and you were one of the.
Topless.
I know. I know. Darling, please. What happens in the Buddington Club?
I don't know why I bothered with you, actually. When I saw that, I should have run a mile, really. But I saw through all that, didn't I, darling?
Well, you didn't see through it. You just realised it was probably.
I realised there was more to you underneath than that.
Yes,
But
yes.
those were the days, weren't they?
Well, they were.
Those were the days.
They were the days. So yes, so poor Teresa. But I mean, you can see why she struggled. She struggled at the old dispatch box, didn't she? In Parliament, she didn't quite have that confidence. You could see her just about to kind of lose it. Whereas Boris.
Oh, Boris, but his name suggests that, doesn't it? Boris the Bald.
Boris the Bald.
I mean, although that isn't his proper name,
Is it not?
And it's a little, it's a weaker name actually. So I'm not surprised he goes under Boris, because his real name is Alexander Boris de Pfiffle, or however
de Pfiffle
or something, de Pfiffle Johnson.
De Pfiffle.
So if he was Alexander, it doesn't sort of have the power, really, does it? It doesn't have the impact that Boris has with that B. Boris.
Oh yes, Boris.
Boris.
I mean,
Boris,
obviously there was Alexander the Great.
The Great.
But I mean, he was dead by 32 or something, wasn't he?
Yes.
And he
we don't want that.
And he backed for the other team as well.
Yes, I think quite a few.
Quite a few
in
of
those days, but we don't.
No. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with batting for the other team. No, heartily. No. Let's keep away from. Yes. So anyway.
Yes.
So we're just going to relax a little today.
We've
got the papers.
I heard a new phrase the other day.
What was that?
And it was when I was down at my friend Marjorie's house, and her niece came in, and she told her to take her Wellington boots off.
Right.
And her niece turned around and she said, "Oh, Auntie Marjorie, chillax."
Chillax. My goodness.
What a funny
strange
expression. So, chillax. I thought, what on earth does that mean? And she said it's chill and relax.
Put together, chillax.
Yes, it's the millennial speak, I think. But I thought it was rather funny.
You like that, don't you?
Chillax, darling. Chillax for the afternoon and read out.
We are going to do some chillaxing, aren't we? We should slip that next time we have a dinner party. We should slip that in the conversation.
We'll slip it in, yes.
And just see.
Terribly trendy.
Very
trendy.
trendy.
That, I think.
Yes.
Very trendy.
Gosh, chillax. I'm going to do some now.
Let's chillax for a while.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Chillaxing.
Yes.
What's that sound, darling?
Oh, it's the gardener that's got his strimmer out again.
Oh.
What's he doing working today? It's Sunday.
Well, yes, you shouldn't be strimming now. I mean, that strimmer's very, very noisy.
It's ridiculously noisy.
I'm sorry
I
about
didn't
this.
tell him to come in.
Hear
Did
that.
you tell him to come today?
No, but I think he was a bit worried because of the weather. He's got a bit behind.
Shall I go and tell him to stop?
I don't like it. It's great.
I'll go and tell
think
him
it
to
great.
stop. It does great, and
It's
he
not a
shouldn't be there.
Sunday afternoon
Sunday
thing.
afternoon, and we need to relax.
Swimming.
Silly fool.
Yeah, I know. Very, very daft. Very daft.